Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Ebonyi People TV. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you're seeing this video from. Today's video is about an issue that's been on everyone's lips for the longest of time now. What is the latest with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of IPOB? Especially now that the trial judge has withdrawn from his case. Oh gosh, finally. Like, where does this case go from here now that the trial judge has withdrawn? A question that has been stuck in my head since a week now. Okay, first off, let's talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself. Many see him as a champion of peace, a crusader for freedom, and a true leader of his people. In fact, some even refer to him as the Moses of our time, a living oracle and beacon of hope. From Ojukwu to Nnamdi Kanu, the Igbo people have always been ahead of their time when it comes to seeing the future and taking steps to secure it.
Today. Are you seeking an out-of-court settlement with the federal government?
It's them that is holding me. They should tell me what they want to do with me.
No, it's a direct question.
Yes.
Sir, are you seeking an out-of-court settlement with the federal government?
I can't seek what I didn't initiate. They are the ones that kidnapped me and brought me here. So it's whatever they say is that will happen.
But your lawyer is trying to move Section 17 of the Federal High Court Act,
yes,
which calls for negotiation. Are you in line with that?
I reminded the judge of powers.
I think it's the judge's powers. I don't think it's within his powers. It's for the judge to decide.
Okay, so would you want the judge to decide that?
Yes. It is up to her discretion to do that.
Okay, but now she has sent you to the AGF. So how would you explore that particular position of the court?
Well, the prosecutor who is prosecuting by fiat is not opposed to that. He too said we can go to AGF, and we are saying AGF can also come to us. That's correct. So that means they are open to the prospects of reconciliation. That's what the law says.
Okay. He's actually quoting the law, what the law says.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not me.
Thank you very much, sir.
Now, it's worth noting that Kanu didn't just predict the issues we see today. He campaigned tirelessly for the freedom of ndiigbo. Recently, there's been even more support for Kanu's release. For instance, Omoyele Sowore, presidential candidate of the African Action Congress in the 2023 election, joined protesters of End Bad Governance in Lagos State as at yesterday, for the second round, which is the continuation of the August protest. For the fact that Sowore joined this End Bad Government protests, in which the fifth agenda reads, release Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally and demilitarize the Southeast. And also, as many as 50 members of the House of Reps are calling for his release as well.
More personalities and groups in Nigeria are weighing in to find a way out of the logjam. As part of these, about 50 members of the House of Representatives, spread across the 6 geopolitical zones of the country, have appealed to President Bola Tinubu to use his constitutional powers to release the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, from detention. Now, Monday, the 24th of June, about 50 members of the House of Representatives spread across the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria under the aegis of the concerned federal lawmakers for peace and security in the Southeast, appealed to President Bola Tinubu to invoke Section 174 of the 1999 Constitution of Nigeria as amended, and Section 107, subsection 1 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act 2015 to release the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, from the custody of the Department of State Services.
This isn't just an Igbo issue anymore. You can all agree with me. Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has become a pan-Nigerian issue, and people across the country are taking note. Now, as many of you already know, the trial judge, Binta Nyako, has officially withdrawn from the case following a request by Kanu himself and his legal team.
All these things are online. Is it not page 18? All these things are online. So I suggest that the journalists in this country actually take out time to do some basic research. It's not difficult, just minor research. You will understand the vacuousness, the emptiness of all the charges against me.
Okay.
They kept switching the charges. Yes. They said I committed this crime in England, isn't it? Yes. I made a broadcast in England. Yes. And in 9 charges leveled against me, this place where I committed this crime was London, in the United Kingdom.
Yes.
When my lawyers came to see me,
To discuss his
I had a
defense.
discussion with them about how I'm going to defend myself.
They remove it.
I told them that no court in Nigeria has jurisdiction to try me.
They remove that lump.
Because since this offense was committed in England, so they said, it's only a UK court that can give a Nigerian court the authority to proceed, isn't it?
Yeah, based on that, they remove lump.
Based on that, they now amended the charge again. I removed London.
Location of the broadcast.
Location of the broadcast. Contrary to section 196,
174 of the Terrorism Prevention Act 2022.
in violation of their own laws. In violation of their own laws. And you want me to stand trial under such circumstances? Is that possible? Nnamdi Kanu to stand trial where all these shenanigans are going on? It's not possible.
You've asked Justice Binta to recuse herself.
Yes.
Do you have that time on your hands for the case to go to the CEJ for it to be reassigned to another judge?
As long as justice will be done at the end of the day. That's what bothers me. For justice to be done. I cannot be tried in violation of a key provision of the Constitution of Nigeria, Section 36. It's as simple as that.
But now she's saying the part of the topic I'm making reference to was a contributory statement by one of the justices.
The Constitution of Nigeria says any determination made by the Supreme Court is binding on a lower court. So I was actually surprised that a high court have refused to obey or abide by the determination of a Supreme Court judgment.
And then take the only part that is against him and then refuse to apply the part that is in favor of him.
This cherry picking of what was contained in the Supreme Court judgment is what I'm against.
Yes, that's correct.
It should be implemented holistically.
Yes.
I'm not against facing
Everything
any
in the
trial.
judgment.
After all, I'm innocent, so they have nothing against me. But there cannot be any trial when key sections of the Constitution and a key Supreme Court judgment has been violated by a court of law.
So you'll be patient for the case to go back and come back to the court?
This is my 4th year in solitary confinement in detention. The 5th year will not kill me.
Sorry, what of it is...
We have many of that.
Mr. Kevin, one last question. One last question. With reference to what she has asked earlier, Justice Binta made it known that she's one of the senior judges in this court.
Yes.
What if...
And I have respect and love for her. She knows.
What if this case comes back to her? Because she said no other
It
person...
is not possible.
It's not possible.
This persecution of the Igbo people, this orchestrated, almost global persecution of the people stops with me. It cannot happen. It can never happen. That is why we do what we do. That is why I do what I do. I am campaigning for the freedom of my people because of the persecution that we're facing. It's as simple as that. Nothing more, nothing less.
This has left many wondering what happens next. This is a question on everyone's mouth as we speak. What's the next step in the fight for Nnamdi Kanu's freedom? And how will ndiigbo utilize this time to ensure their leader comes out in one piece? This is where we'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think will happen next? Will Nnamdi Kanu ever be released? Or is there still a long road ahead? Drop your comments below. We are curious to know what you all think. And before we continue, we'd like to take a special moment to give a shout out to one of our loyal viewers. A big happy birthday to Frances DK, watching all the way from South Africa. Frances, thank you so much for always tuning in and especially your token of appreciation. I personally am wowed. It means the world to us here at Ebonyi People TV. We hope you're having an amazing birthday. Now, back to the topic. The withdrawal of Judge Binta Nyako means that the case will start afresh with a new judge. After years of trials and delays, this has been a heavy blow for many supporters of Nnamdi Kanu. But as Kanu himself has said, I will never stop fighting for my people, even if it means spending another year in detention. It's a sentiment that resonates deeply with his supporters. To many, Kanu is a leader who has sacrificed for the freedom of his people. Some even go as far as calling him their Jesus, for the ndiigbo and Biafra people. But the big question is, what do you, our viewers, call him? Is he a symbol of freedom, a warrior for justice, or let's just know in the comments section, okay? As we wrap up, we'd love to remind everyone that you can voluntarily support us here at Ebonyi People TV. For those of you in Nigeria, our account number is currently showing on the screen for your voluntary support. And for our viewers outside Nigeria, feel free to reach us on WhatsApp. Our number is also on the screen for directives. Once again, a massive thank you to all our viewers and a special birthday shout out to Frances DK. We truly appreciate your support. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode. Stay tuned, Ebonyi People TV family.
People without going to jail and suffering for them. It's normal. But my primary concern is to stop insecurity. And it's that it will stop. Once I come out, it will stop. And they know it. So those keeping me in detention are those that are either benefiting or profiting from this situation. That's all there is to it. Okay?
Hello, Jim. I didn't